How the heck are you, everybody? I am Sleepy Stidious. I just woke up from a nap, so let's get into it. First, I do want to say there's 2 promo codes live in the game right now that I completely missed. I'm sure other people put stuff out about this. As you can see, they were announced in the Discord. I don't know if we got messages about them in-game. I didn't see it, but I just missed it. So if I missed it, maybe some of you missed it. Let's get into that right now. I will say I asked around once I found these a few minutes ago, and apparently they're not good. So maybe that's why I didn't hear much about them. But we've got Love Bloom 24 and Forever Never. Love Bloom 24, Forever Never. As always, you click on your avatar, you go over here, you go to settings, you go to redeem code. So it looks like we've got Love Bloom. These are never case sensitive, by the way. 24. Okay, and Forever Never. So cute, so Valentine's-y. There we go. You can see I totally missed them. We're here on my account. Let's see what we're cooking with. If we go over here, we go to mail. So don't forget to attack. I already did, baby. I did it right at reset. Oh my god. Okay, I see what people were saying. 30 auto battles, I think that'll make some people happy. 1 huge stamina pot. So they're sending you 60 diamonds. They're sending you 30 auto battles. It's better than nothing, but that's literally what it is. It's literally better than nothing. 1 epic skill crystal. Okay, so potentially reputation deserved. I'm not saying this is useless, if you're earlier game or maybe early mid game, but you reach a point where it's just, it's not like I have tons of it. You guys know what I'm saying. All right, there's something else we can do. So basically, if you didn't see the title of this video, we have a new patch coming in. There's not going to be an intro. I'm just going to go right through this. We got the March update patch notes release. So again, I haven't seen, but I assume everyone's broken this down. I figure I might as well. I knew it was there, obviously. I saw it was there because I checked to see if Boreas was in here once I heard about the Boreas news on Forerunner yesterday. Yikes! But there's one other thing I can show you guys, and I do think this will be useful, because, again, I didn't know how to do this. Someone commented on one of my videos, and they were like, you should make a video, and I'm not doing that. I'm just going to have it as a tip in this video. They're like, you should make a video on how to actually fuse the special Shard Summoning Event Silas skin. And in my head, I was like, yeah, dude, is it that complicated? Don't you just go to your bag, you see that you have over 60, and then you can't do it. So I was like, what the heck? I just, from the Artifact Material Raid one, I just got this, so now I have over 60. It's kind of confusing. You have to go to events. If you're like me, you're used to there being a red dot on the Valentine's Day event, because there might be a treasure hunt that you're waiting to do later, or before we had like the scroll exploration, stuff like that. But no, the red dot, once you have 60, means you can, I'm assuming, again, I haven't clicked this yet, but you can see, go Skin Shard Assembly. Yes. Okay, so there you have it. This is how you do it. You can see there's a couple I can get from Vault in the Sands, but I have the 64. I only needed 60, but this is how you get there. So I actually, sincerely, I promise, did not know that. So there we go. Let's throw that on. And then a final thing we can do while we're here in the Heroes is Artifact Material Raid has started. The tournament, Mysteries of Artifacts. You can see I'm not doing so great. These guys are kind of going bananas. I think I'm going to go very moderately bananas. I'm thinking like 30k points or 25k. I've been over 60k points for the past several, but I'm kind of at the point right now where I just need to get like dupes of bad artifacts and sell them off for mithril so I can level up all the good stuff I kind of already have. It's a me problem, don't worry, but I will say while we're in here, you can see it's another one of the last Silas skin events. Don't sleep on it if you still need him. Just don't sleep on your artifacts in general. And starting tomorrow, I've already filmed it. I've already edited half of it. It was a ton of work. I've got part 1 of a 6-part series culminating in one giant video, one giant official tier list. My official, Fastidious official, I'm just going to keep saying official. It's my goddamn artifact tier list. People have been asking me about that for literally half a year of my life. So it's finally coming. I'm starting with fighters. Then I will go through all the classes. Then at some point I'll throw in a baby episode that's just reviewing the 5 epics. Each one's getting their whole tier list. And then we'll have a master video where it's an entire tier list of all the artifacts, non-exclusive artifacts available in the game. Not too shabby if I say so myself. My website is debuting in just under 2 weeks on March 1st. So actually in about 10 days. So that it will be hopefully lining up perfectly. I'll release the artifact tier list, and just a couple days later the website will go up and it will be there. Eventually the artifact tier list will be completely sortable and everything on the website. I envision the first V1 will be completely static, since I just sprung it on the web dev that it's something I want. It'll be like a static page, but you have all the info you need there. I've created it took me forever. I've created in Photoshop like what each artifact looks like at level 1 and at level 25. So 0 promotions, Max 5 promotions, because a lot of people are like, what does it turn into? So we'll have all that there. And then once it's more sophisticated, that artifact tier list, the interactive sortable one, will be directly linked to the hero pages, the hero cards from the hero tier list and the hero gallery we have on the site, and it will have like best in slot recommendations and things like that. So people have been asking me about that since I started playing the game. So I'm excited to finally have it out. And yeah, don't sleep on those artifacts. Speaking of which, the whole time while I was editing those photos, I would pop in. I did some of my runs, so I do have enough for just one 10 pull. So make my day. I don't even know what I want. I guess a golden scarab. That's what I want. I want a golden scarab. I will take it. I mean, I'll be honest, guys. It's going to make some of you upset. It's a good one, right? It's 4 mythic. I'm selling all of this. I'm selling all 4 of these. Just because, I have a maxed out Scarlet Hunt. I have an extra copy. I have enough to max out a Sharpshooter and an extra copy. I've maxed out 2 Lunacy Visors, or rather, one's maxed out. One is like 1 promo away, or maybe I did max it out. I don't know. And Reaper's Emblem, I don't really care much about, and I do have a couple copies. So that's 400 Mithril, baby. That's a good result for me. That's kind of why I'm doing the event. That's a me problem. Who cares about me? Let's throw in Silas's skin, and then let's get into this update. I'll say I'm not going to mention Boreas. The one thing I can tell you is about the time I'm filming right now, in just a couple hours, the patch should go live on Forerunner. So my plan is tomorrow I'm going to ask all my Forerunner friends about it. However, it already is live on test server. Some people had it misconstrued that they thought I was saying, and I went back and watched. I so explicitly said so many times that we don't know what's going to happen on Global, but things that happen on Forerunner tend to happen on Global with almost 100% success rate right after. But I did say we have this window to make some noise. So it is happening on Forerunner. We'll see what it is. I'm going to try to just get feedback. Arcturus said I could chat with him and some people he knows and kind of like interview some people so I didn't have to make the video myself, because honestly, it's really depressing to me. But if I don't get exactly what I need, I'll just hop on test server and test it out, because those changes already are live at the time of filming this. It was live 10 hours ago when I checked on the test server. There's my beautiful Silas. It looks cool, man. Let's be honest. It looks flipping cool. Alrighty, so no more mentioning of Boreas. Let's talk about what's actually coming in the March patch to Global, not Forerunner. I guess the final thing about Boreas, it's not in these notes, right? The only thing about Boreas is his likeness is being used as the next Codex boss. So the Boreas nerf, I can't imagine, would come before the April patch. So at the earliest, the end of March, right? So let's head into system notice. We've got the update announcement. They're announcing it's going to be happening. I want to do the pretty preview one, though. So let's go here. You can see we're getting a new Codex boss. So this is where the guy's likeness is being used. This is the Arbiter of Frost. This one, apparently you need tons of dot damage over time, things like burns, bleeds, poisons, and you need different types from what I understand. They're also finally introducing background fight battles. So, you could set up some auto battles and like go sort your gear or do other things like that. The one thing from the way I understand it, we'll see when we get into the notes, is you can't like set up background gear A3 and then hop into AMR because there could be the same gear being used. I think that's not possible. Friendly face-offs, really cool. So like a no-stakes match just to challenge your friends in arena or challenge other guilds, I think, at your own discretion for GVG. Kind of a friendly way. Think of like a friendly in football or soccer, right? And then we've got a new legendary hero. He seems really cool. His name's Crodor. I took a peek. Me and Seamus were looking at him. Seamus was looking in Forerunner. I was looking on test server. And during his ult, he gets 2 extra block, which would bring him to 5 block. He seems pretty much designed for... I know he's been out far longer than that, but it seems like he's designed for the Hellfire boss, the Soul Cadence boss, the Tank Codex. It's pretty exciting. I know some people are saying they want to skip the fusion. I think this is super exciting. It's the first traditional time-gated fusion we have ever had in the game. More on that in a second. Here we go. New Immortal Codex boss, Arbiter of Frost. Birthed from the icy silence of the deep, the king of ice elementals came into being. So he's the king of ice elementals, but the guy who he is not in the North Throne? Story for another day. Okay, after gaining vast knowledge, this powerful being experienced profound solitude and sought to create a world of his own kind. Now that the Frost Cataclysm is about to come, Okay, that's it. All right, he's coming. I've tried not to get too many spoilers, just like I did with the Hellfire boss, the Tank boss, the Soul Cadence boss. I do know some things. From what I've heard, you need to build Cuke. You need different kinds of dot damage placed on him. I don't know if that's the best way to damage him, or that's to enable your other heroes to do damage. I would assume it's like the latter. I know some of you might be creaming your jeans, thinking a Nye is going to come out of the proverbial vault. I doubt it. I think Aurum would have better, unless it's about quantity. If it's just about having one of this debuff, one of that debuff, someone like Aurum would be better. I think someone like Wrath, quite frankly, would be better. And then I think Cuke or someone like that would be really strong for poison. Bleed, you've got a handful of options. But, maybe Vladov will get some more play. He's got tremendous uptime on his bleed. To be seen. Can I click on this stuff? No, I can't. I can't click on it. All right, background fight coming after the update. What does that mean, coming up after the update? Obviously, it's coming after the update. Or are they saying that this will be patched in, like, not when the update happens, like weeks later, days later? I don't know. Someone know? Does it say it in this part? Is that weird that that's catching me? Let's see. Is expected to launch on 3/12. Okay. And this is suspicious. Okay, yeah. So this is 2/26. So this is coming in 4 days, and that's coming literally 2 weeks later. Over 2.5 weeks later. Cute. No, about 2 weeks later. February's weird, right? The 29th on a leap year. Yeah, it's about exactly 2 weeks later. All right, man. Maybe just don't do it and then just have it as a patch in mid-March. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it that way. They're going to sneak the you-know-who nerf alongside it. I don't know. If that happens, I called it. Okay, fight freely. Skip the hassle of having to watch every battle with one tap. Rewards will be distributed normally upon the completion of each fight. Unimpeded upgrading while background fight is active. All non-combat related functions are operational, allowing you to multitask and watch your realms. Note, we have always valued player feedback and viewed as an important source of guidance. With this update, we hope that you will have a freer, more enjoyable experience. That sounds good. I think the two things to address that I've heard, because it did have a run on Forerunner, and then I think it disappeared. Forerunner people can let me know. What I understand is, yeah, and this makes sense to me. You can't be like, running one battle here, go to background fight, and then run a different battle, because the gear could be shared. It's a mess, so I don't think that's possible. The other thing is, I think some people took this as the app is in the background. It's like, no, the fight is in the background while you remain in the app. This is for mobile users. While you remain in the app playing the game and do other things in the game. But they take a crazy amount of power and like background processing or whatever the fancy stuff is to like have this close the app, it keeps running, and then I don't know, you go watch your YouTube videos or you go on Reddit and do some of that stuff. It seems like a W, right? Friendly face-off requirement. You have to have cleared hard campaign 514, whatever. It's stamina-free fighting. Stamina, wrong word, right? It's like arena permit-free fighting or Guild Wars chances-free fighting, GVG-free chances. You can compete with friends and guild members at any times. Multiple modes. Choose among Guild War or arena mode to test the limits of your team. That sounds really cool. I think definitely the friendly arena thing sounds good, especially if arena doesn't suck in the future, because, yeah. And that is, guys, I feel like a lot of people are acting like the reason arena sucks is bias. It's part of it, but also the reason arena sucks is because it sucks. Like the way auto battles and defenses line up, it's just a joke. The timings are so out of whack. They just need to reform it again. I love some of the changes they made by introducing the judge, the Soul Cadence guy, but it's an L. It's a huge L. It's this huge L, and you know it. New Void Rift mount, Nemesis. This is pretty darn cool. You're going to get to ride this fiery, demony horse. For encounters in Void Rift with auto fight enabled, there's a chance to score an automatic victory. So you don't even have to like auto the fight. You like enter, and then you get a W. Seems really cool. Again, like, how do you not just tell us the chance? Like, what are you guys doing? There's a 25% chance. There's a 12% chance. There's this. Just say it. Like, what are you doing? How to get Nemesis. After clearing Void Rift Hard and Nightmare, you can obtain Nemesis mount shards. Obtain 30 shards to assemble the new Nemesis mount. Expect more interesting and unique mounts in the future. I mean, I think this is just a huge win. This is so fun. This one obviously has a mount skill. They don't all need mount skills. I was saying this before. This is such a great, I don't remember in a video with whom, but like this is such a great opportunity for goofiness. Like, I don't think there's so much loss of immersion and world building when it comes to the overworld menu setup of Void Rift. Like, your mount could be like a giant caterpillar, right? Or it could be Winnie the Pooh, and he's holding you as you go through Void Rift. Does it matter? I think it's a really cool idea. They don't all need these cool skills. I'll say, again, I tried not to get too many spoilers. What I've heard, I think, shout out to Jokes and Storytime. He's an OG Forerunner player. I think it's either between like 6 or 8 shards. People seem to be getting the mount shards. So you do some math, you should be getting this guy, I think, in like 5 weeks, maybe maximum 6 weeks, like a 4 to 6 week range. It seems like there's probably, I would assume there's some RNG to how many shards you get, but who knows? I think everyone will probably get him within a month and a half, let's say, from when he goes live. Seems really cool. Legendary Hero, time limited fusion. So this is what I said we'd circle back to. This is starting on, it's in a while, guys. Look at that. That is a while from now. That is almost a full month. I'm recording on February 22nd, the year of our Lord, 2024. This is happening on March 21st. So this is happening in probably exactly 4 weeks, I think is how that would shake out with the February weirdness. But what's cool is it's a traditional fusion. So what is a traditional fusion? Well, we have our shard summoning events, right? Where you go to summons, it appears over here, and you're collecting fragments of Vladov or fragments of, Alistair, stuff like that. Those are the most recent ones. However, traditional fusion is like this. So obviously my abomination has gone away, but let's just click on like Theowen. So you get Rumnose, you get Liam, you get Glenn, you get Marine. You level them all up to level 35. You make sure these 3 are at 3 stars of promotion. You make sure Marine is at 4 stars of promotion, so they all need to be 4-star startup heroes. And then you do that, you lose all of them, they fuse together, and you get Theowen. So the way this one's going to work is you're going to have to collect 16 rares. Anyone that's come from Raid Shadow Legends, this is what you'd call like a classic fusion, as opposed to like a fragment fusion. So I actually have my favorite Raid Shadow Legends video I ever made was a guide on how traditional fusions work for new players. So maybe that's relevant now. But the long and the short of it is there's going to be these rare heroes I'll show you in a second, but you'll probably get, I believe, 16 of them. You're going to make 4 copies of the Epic Orc Draga. Then I'm assuming you're going to level her up probably to 5 stars, level 50, 5 stars of promotion, and you'll fuse her into Tordor. I'll just show you. Draga was accidentally hot patched into the game a very long time ago. They immediately scrubbed her. And she's got 12 reviews because a couple people did snag her. So those people will have a leg up in the fusion. It doesn't matter. I'm not complaining about that at all. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying it's funny because she's actually been here since like October because they love making little mistakes and not addressing them. All right, so that's how it will work. It is a cool opportunity because if you don't want to go too hard on the fusion, you're not that interested, you could, like, Draga's not bad, or she doesn't read bad. I haven't tested her yet, but you could just get 4 copies of Draga, and then you got A3 Draga, or get 2 copies of Draga. That sounds pretty easy. And then you got A1 Draga, and you don't have to worry about the headache of the fusion. I predict it's going to be pretty easy. But yeah, there'll be that optionality, which I think that's something I enjoyed when I played Raid Shadow Legends with the traditional fusions versus the fragment fusions. So here we're getting a classic fusion. That's what I'm going to call it. Classic. Just like so basically it's like you did those Theowen things and all those 4 things, and then you did Abomination. It will be like that. But I do think it will say it here. No, it doesn't, but I know it for a fact. It's going to be, I forget his name. It's this rare orc guy. You're going to need 4 of him to make a Draga. And then oh, there it is, Gogron. Excuse me. So you'll get Gogrons, and I think you'll get 16 of them. So each foursome of Gogron will become a Draga. So with those 16 become 4 Dragas. Those 4 Dragas become Crodor. I think everyone should go for it. Maku and I and Dolores will have a great fusion calendar tracker, which might finally be a bit more useful because I do think the fragment fusions are fairly straightforward. This one, though, is just great. It's just seems really unique and fun, or unique to this game. I'll just tell you, he's solid block, high defense. He does have good base stats. He's adept at blocking units summoned by the Hellfire Emperor. Again, they're saying Tank Codex, and makes a great candidate when building out an Immortal Codex Hellfire Emperor. This is the Soul Cadence Tank Codex. Kuro's a fantastic frontline defender and performs quite well in Gear Raid 2 and Void Rift. He goes up to 5 block, like I said, with the ultimate. He's got cool stuff, cool hero. It sounds like a solid update. Obviously, we've got a huge elephant in the room over here. I will put out more stuff on that, guys, but just to address it, as of filming this, we have just passed 1,000 comments. Not 1,000 views, 1,000 comments. So clearly it's a hot button issue. That's on the video of this guy and his nerf that I put out yesterday. I would just say I'm going to think a little bit harder about it. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a community survey, some way of gathering data that I can formally submit to the devs and Bunny, our dev contact. I mean, people are outraged, and I really hope people can see the people that are outraged because the nerf happened. I hope they can channel that outrage into not that their favorite hero was nerfed or a hero they liked was nerfed, but the way he was nerfed and the way it was announced to us. And I hope the people that are like laughing and smiling because they don't have that hero and they've been waiting for him to get nerfed can channel that fun and hilarity into some also outrage about the way this has been handled. That's the problem at the core of all of this, right? There's no accountability. They overdid it. They made a situation where thousands of people across the world feel like they were robbed. And not robbed of a game experience, not robbed of this and that and giggling with their friends, robbed of dollars and euros and Canadian dollars and Australian dollars and Mexican pesos, and Filipino pesos. You know what I'm saying? People feel legitimately robbed. I've had many comments. I spent $300 trying to pull for him during his banner. I spent $200. I spent $500. I spent all this money grinding him up as soon as I got him. And oh my God, with my in-game resources, I was saving my soul stones. And I put people check through the comments. There's 1,000 to go through, but it's upsetting, right? I think we can all find mutual ground and try to save the game, but this all comes from, you can call me bitch Stidious or angry Stidious or frustratious, whatever people say. I think it's funny, but it comes from a place of, I really care about the game and I'm very much tied to the game and I want the game to succeed, and stuff like this maybe alone, I don't think so, but one or two more of these, then yeah, you've got a dead game on your hands. We all know it's true. It happens in a lot of games. We can point and laugh at Raid, but they haven't done something exactly like this, and certainly they didn't do it a bunch in a row. Goodwill is a valuable currency, and I hope the devs see that. Anyway, guys, that is your March preview. Let's take a peek at my gorgeous little soy boy, Emo Silas. Fantastic, beautiful roses. He'll wear this skin forever. I love him. What a sweetheart. Thank you so much for watching. Share it with your mother. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.